Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning out here, and today we've got a lot on the list of things to do today, but one of the main things we're gonna do is try to finish the run area in the chicken coop. The chickens are getting a lot bigger. They are in the chicken house, but they're ready to run around, so we're gonna try to do that and probably do some cleaning up and maybe some other chores out here on the homestead. And before I get started, wanted to take a quick look at the garden, see how things are going here, and our tomato plants look good and healthy.
To finish on the chicken pen, and we had lots of wire to put up, so we spent all day putting up wire and actually got Kelly to help us put up wire today.
And it was good to finally get Kelly out of the house. Kelly was actually a big help. It's really good to have her outside and not in front of the computer. And like a lot of teenagers, she is in front of the computer way too much, but we're making her get outside and help us out, and it also helps her to get some sun.
You can see the chickens in the coop as we're working, and they're really enjoying themselves and really ready to get out of that coop. They just seem to keep growing day by day and getting bigger and bigger, and we're just ready for them to get out of that coop and be able to run.
I found some old tin from one of the old garages around here, and the tin was a lot thicker than I thought, so I had to figure out a way to cut it. I think I finally ended up cutting it with a saw. The chicken pen just seemed like a project that just was never going to end.
Never, ever, ever going to end.
But I think most projects here seem like they're never going to end.
I think on a homestead you're always going to have projects that seem like they go on and on and on forever.
And there were so many projects that seem like they're never going to end or even get started around here. We moved here, about not even a year ago?
Right, it hasn't been a year yet.
And we still have a lot of stuff to do, but now that spring hit, we're focusing on the garden and the chickens, and summertime we'll be harvesting the crops, hopefully. And maybe by wintertime we'll get to do more stuff for the actual home.
putting up the chicken pen. We did have an accident. We thought we were going to have to go to ER, which happens quite often to Scott. We actually had to call a friend to look at what he had done to see if we needed to go to the ER to have stitches. He drilled his hand. We're not going to show you any pictures of that because it was a little graphic. But quite regularly we do have incidents on the homestead with Scott. Sometimes he fails to follow safety precautions. We deal with that a lot on the homestead with him getting hurt.
For joining us today. It's been a great day. We just finished working on the chicken pen, and I came to the garden. There's a few seeds we watered, and it's been a little dry lately, or for the last week. I wanted to water them, and while I was watering them and walking around, it's just, you know, it's really nice to walk around in the garden or somewhere where you work and just appreciate and look at all the work that went on today. Been a really good day today, and just was good to see my daughter-in-law out working on the farm, and my daughter got to work outside too, and she spends a lot of time behind the computer, and I think it's really good for her to get outside. And, you know, we're really blessed to have had great weather today to be able to get out and work, and it kind of made me think of how our ancestors must have worked on the farm and things they went through. You know, I know they didn't have the power tools and the power stapler for putting up the pen, but you know, they did have to get out and work and do things like that. So, you know, it was really a great day, and we got a lot accomplished. We hope to just totally finish the chicken pen tomorrow and get it done so we can move on to another project. We've got so much going on. The garden is one of our big things right now that we're doing, and we really want to be able to focus on it coming up in just a few weeks. So hopefully tomorrow we'll finish the chicken pen and be able to move on.